So let me start by saying, woo, Coastalo makes the best THC soda that can ship to anywhere in the United States, straight to your door, legally, because of a loophole, because they're geniuses. It's real THC, dog. It's not some Delta 8 bullshit. It's Delta 9, which if you do your research, don't tell the government, but Delta 9, same, THC. Okay. They did not approve this message. They do, however, they did give me an affiliate link one time for a little thing I did for them. And if you order it through my link. You can message me. I'll send you the link, or you can look. Sometimes it's on Instagram and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to sip on this and tell you a story. I'm going to try to not make too many drinky sounds while I do it. Okay. One time I went to see Bert Kreischer. And the reason I was so excited to see Bert Kreischer is I heard his shows are phenomenal. He's got these crazy lineups of all these different comics, and it's a whole event. And I'm a huge fan of comedy. I've been a fan of comedy long before I even thought about doing comedy. I've loved stand-up since I was a little kid. It started with like Jeff Foxworthy and Dane Cook. I know those don't seem like they would go together, but like that time, Jeff Foxworthy probably led to Dane Cook, and then Dane Cook probably led to what I would call more serious comedy. Louis C.K. probably was the next one that I really got into. And then I just was like, dude, I'm just into it. Like, I love Nick Thune. He's been around forever. John Mulaney, one of my favorite comics still. I think he's been doing a great job at everything he's done since he was a kid, basically. But one of the people I've heard a lot about that I haven't seen much of their stuff was Tiffany Haddish. And I was really excited. Tiffany Haddish was on the lineup. Ralph Barboza was on the lineup. And at that time, Ralph Barboza was pretty new, and he hadn't been doing stadiums and stuff. And he was nervous as fuck. And he murdered. But he was clearly nervous. Which was like, I had just started comedy. It was kind of a relief to see a guy that's, you know, a few years in to successfully doing it professionally, and he's still a little like, eh. But the point is, I went for the openers. Like, I didn't know how I felt about Bert Kreischer, but I was like, he's going to do the Machine story. I've heard it a million times. It is what it is. It might be funny. I wasn't there for any particular comic, but if I had to pick one I was most excited about, it was Tiffany Haddish. And I still believe Tiffany Haddish is a great comedian from the little bits I've seen. But as a comedian and a fan, I've never been more disappointed in a fucking comedian's performance because she didn't do stand-up at all. Like, she's opening for Bert Kreischer. I think she's getting 15 minutes. And she went out there and she did a song because she's a singer now. And the song wasn't bad. I'm not talking shit about the song. She did a song. And then she did a commercial for all of her upcoming stuff and told us how blessed she is to be doing all this stuff for 15 minutes. There was maybe 2 parts that some people laughed at, but the goal was not laughs. The goal was not entertainment. She went out there and she said, hey, so I got this show coming out on Netflix. I got this movie coming out in theaters. I got this show. I did this, I did that. I was the first to do this. My album's coming out. I did this, I did that. 15 fucking minutes of telling me what you're doing. What I would have liked to see, and I know, you know, she's an artist. She can do it however she wants. I'm sure Bert's not disappointed. I'm sure most of the audience didn't care. But what I would have personally enjoyed was stand-up comedy. And then at the end, hey, by the way, if you check out my website, I got a lot of updates on some stuff. I'm very thankful for all the things that have been happening for me lately. And I got a movie coming out on the 22nd of next month. My dog's drinking water. I don't know if that's going to be loud in the audio or not. But she didn't. And it was weird. And like, I don't know. I do stand-up. And sometimes I do a joke that is for me. Like some of the jokes I go, that's not for you. And then sometimes I'll be hosting a show and I, you know, take 30 seconds to plug a show. I don't think that's ever been talked about as a rule of like how much self-promotion or club promotion a host or opening act or whatever should do. But in my head, it's always been less than 30 seconds. Like if you're up there for an hour, maybe you have a bit that leads to, and after the show, I'll be selling this shirt or whatever. That's fine. I don't care. Or maybe you have a joke that is funny that mentions a project you're working on to try to sell it. Or maybe you're doing a more sit-down format where it's you and your buddy at the end of a show, do 10 minutes. All that's fine. I don't care. If people enjoyed it, I also don't care. I'm not, like, no hate towards Tiffany Haddish. I don't understand it. Like, basically what happened is she got so good at comedy that all these things happened for her. She has such a unique, wonderful, outgoing, fun personality that just jumps off the screen that she got a bunch of acting gigs and she's doing great. And then she goes, I'm going to go do stand-up. Never mind. I'm going to do a fucking TV commercial. And it was just frustrating. Like, it was a long time ago. I wrote it down for a reason. I have a bunch of notes that I just was like, hey, I'm going to do each of these topics and stick to it. That's the podcast. To me, the idea of doing that was disrespectful to Bert Kreischer and his audience. Like, you're going out there and you're going, hey, everybody already knows who you are. You're Tiffany Haddish. You're fucking killing it. Dog, you got to drink that much water? And you go out there and you do 5 minutes of self-promotion stuff, and we're going, okay, it's going to get funny soon. And then you do kind of a joke, maybe. And then a few people are like, ah. And then you go right back to self-promotion stuff. It was weird. And I don't get it. And I guess what that leads me to is right now I'm working on a project called Comedy Avenue, the documentary. And I'm just joking. I don't have I don't have any projects. I do so much shit. I don't have any projects. Everything I do is something I'm doing. But I don't know. It's probably not even worth talking about on here. But hey, if you're still here, you watched it. So fuck it. Go on to the next episode. Send something else to your friend. I'm not going to delete it. I don't care. I just thought it was weird, strange, don't get it. Tiffany, I'd like you to watch this and tell me, why the fuck do you need to advertise your shit instead of making people laugh? Making people laugh is fun. My guess is somebody makes her do that. But anyway, that's it. I'll see you next episode. Drugs.